Hi guys, this is Ranjit, and in this video we'll be doing the full review for these Nothing Year 2 TWS, which is the second generation, and are they a worthy upgrade and how do they stack up? I have actually used them for over a month, and in fact also taken some international flights with this one because I really wanted to test its ANC. So let's get on with the review. So here we have the Nothing 2 earbuds. And guys, if you just look at it casually, they look very similar to the original year one. But again, the case is significantly slightly shrunk down, I would say. But the earbuds itself, if you just look at it, they look very similar to the earbuds one, and you'll be confused. The only thing is that these actually have a earlier were just touch type ones. These, they have removed the touch, and now you have to physically press them. And I would say that's a good move, but there is also a con. And guys, if you have been following my TWS or the audio reviews, I'll actually follow this whole guide as you can see on the screen. I didn't take a printout because many of you get pissed if I take a printout. So these are the points that we'll be covering. So let's go over them. And first thing is the build quality. Again, guys, build quality very similar to the first one. This is again that having that transparent kind of a look. The back, this is slightly beveled. I would say in the earlier version this was flush. That's why it was getting a lot of scratches. This should actually resist the scratches, but again the top is plastic, so I don't know, this might get scratched over time. But again, the case is slightly smaller and it does the job. I would say it's not as bulky as the year 2, but again, still I would say some of the other TWSs are more compact in nature. So in terms of build, I don't have a problem. You do have a USB Type-C port, also a physical button to connect it, and overall the build quality is fine. I would say I didn't have a problem with this one. It actually magnetically snaps and this just doesn't come out, and these also have magnets, so that way I don't have a problem. Now moving to the Bluetooth range on this one. The Bluetooth range was good. I did not have any issues. In fact, it also does support LDAC, and also it can actually pair simultaneously with two different devices if you want. So in terms of Bluetooth range, I would say that has hugely improved because the version 1 actually had a lot of issues sometimes with Bluetooth connectivity and stuff. So I think so they have really solved it, and they have changed the antenna position on this one. And again, there were some durability issues with the year 1. I don't know, it's just too early to comment on this one. I hope this one doesn't come out apart. That was a problem with the year 1. After 4-5 months of usage, people were having, they say the build quality on this one is vastly superior. Only time will tell, but as of now with Bluetooth connectivity, I do not have a problem with this one. Okay, another thing is that we watch a lot of YouTube videos, Netflix, etc. wearing this one, and in that area also I did not have a problem with this one. There was no lip syncing issue. In fact, in the app there is a mode to reduce the latency. I didn't have to use it. That way I would say I did not have a problem. Next thing, if we talk, is very important to me. One of the top priorities with the TWS is in terms of comfort. And just like the year 1, there also I said that the year ones are very comfortable, and that's the same case with this one. The silicone tips on this are super comfortable. In fact, I didn't have to change to another tip. They have given a bunch of other sizes also. This one fit perfectly fine on me, and these are very similar to the AirPods Pro, which I feel are super comfortable. So in terms of comfort, I would say this is a 10 on 10 to me, because as I've told you, I used it on an international flight also, and I was just wearing it and I felt asleep and I did not feel uncomfortable. So that way I would say these ear tips are very comfortable. We also take a lot of calls via this one, and definitely I would say in this area also nothing has improved this version 2. The microphone pickup quality has definitely improved, and it's actually pretty good. I wouldn't say it's the best out there because I am used to TWS that cost more than twice what it is, but nevertheless most of you will not complain about the microphone quality. So that way also I would say it's an improvement over the earlier version. Next thing is regarding volume adjustment. Here I'm a little bit disappointed because if you recall the last year one, it was actually a touch based one. So you could just slide your finger like this, top or bottom, to increase or decrease the volume. But because this is not a touch sensitive area now, you just cannot control the volume like that. There is a thing in the app, you can change some of the buttons to actually these physical buttons to change the volume. But if you do that, the other functionality like skipping to traps, moving between ANC and stuff goes for a toss. So that way I would say it has come down in terms of volume adjustment. It was very easy on the first version. Here it's a very cumbersome like most other TWS. Regarding what do you say, battery life, here I would say the battery life is like typical TWS, nothing great, because I have seen some TWS that get almost twice the battery life of this one. This one will give you approximately about 4ish hours of battery life. And this I actually tested because I was taking an international flight, and the first flight from Hyderabad to Bangkok was about 3.5 hours, and I bought this and I enabled the ANC and it did not die when I came out of the flight. But the next flight I was taking from Bangkok to Seoul, I think so that was about 5 odd hours, and during the end of the flight actually this died. So approximately I would say with ANC you should get about 4 odd hours of actually performance on this. So that's nothing great or nothing bad. It's strictly in the middle, I would say. Now let's talk about the big thing, that is the sound quality. But before that, let me actually show you the app, because there they have made a lot of changes. I'll just wear that. Okay, let's go to this Nothing X app, and of course it detects what it is. Let me just go to the transparency mode. You can hold this and you get to the transparency mode, and you can just press for ANC. So that works. Now it's a physical buttons, as I've told you, so you don't actually have to worry about it. Okay, by default it shows you the battery levels, nothing much. And we also have an equalizer over here, and by default guys, if you're getting this one, it will be on more bass, and my god, on more bass the bass is exaggerated like crazy. In fact, when I just got it, by default it was on more bass. I simply did not like. I would say if you have used good quality earphones and you just don't like that excessive bass, put it on balanced, or then you can go to the custom and play around with it a little bit. I in fact like the balanced eartone on this one, and that's actually a good thing. Custom, again, as a custom, you don't give that equalizers. Again, you have to play around with this one like this, but balance is what I like. Apart from that, if you go over here, we have controls, as I told you, double pinch, go to the next track, triple what you want. You can actually change this stuff. And here also, as I've told you, you can also set it for volume also if you want, but again some of the other options will get disabled if you do that. So that way it is customizable to an extent. In terms of EQ, they have actually added a new thing. This is called as personalized sound profile, and they actually play a test. I can switch it on if I want, and basically there's a test that it does for about 5 minutes, and it creates a custom EQ for you, which says it's a personalized sound profile. I did it actually multiple times, but I did not like it. When I'm playing music with this personal sound profile, I'm just not liking that. So that I think so that needs further improvement. I've just disabled it. Again, if you're getting this, play around with this, maybe it adapts to your ears better. You'll get a better customized EQ. In fact, if you recall, just about a week ago, I had posted a video on the JBL headphones, the premium ones. There also we have something like this personalized stuff, and that worked very well. But here it did not work that great personally for me. Of course, now this is noise control. That is again, if you do that test, you also have personalized ANC. It configures the ANC based on your hearing and all this thing. In transparency, it's actually very comfortable. I think so the microphones have improved. That's why the microphone calls were also good. Because of that, the transparency is also good. Now I can just set it to transparency and speak to other people, and it doesn't sound robotic or something like that. So that way I would say transparency is actually pretty good. Noise cancellation also has improved a lot, definitely I would say, compared to the year ones, and I would say it's good. I won't say it's one of the best out there, but again it is actually pretty good. The amount of improvement that the ANC has given, if I have to rate it, I will rate it about 8 out of 10. In fact, on the other flight when this died, I also had the Pixel Buds Pro, and I used them because this died on the longer flight, and immediately once I put this, the ANC on this one was reducing the white noise a little bit more than this one. But again, this costs what, double than this one. So again, yes, ANC is good if you keep your expectations realistic. But again, if you start comparing it with some of the best like the XM4s or even the Pixel Buds Pro and stuff like that, then you might be slightly disappointed. But overall, I like the ANC for the price what it is. And again, they do have a lot of features like modern TWS, in-ear detection, personalized ANC, as I told you. Again, if you take the test, the ANC tweaks based on your hearing and all those things. So I would say the app is very, very functional that way. But again, in terms of equalizer, instead of this silly custom like this, they should have just given a 5-band or a 7-band EQ so that you could tweak it a little bit better. Again, that was my pet peeve even in the version 1. That's the same thing with this one. Okay, that was regarding the app. Now let's come back to the sound signature. The most important thing, what do I feel about the sound? And definitely here I have to say the sound quality has improved quite a bit from the year ones. In fact, I enjoyed listening to music on this one, and because it's so comfortable, this one, I just put it here and listen to music, and that way I would say the sound signature and the sound stage, they have really worked on it. It has actually improved. Bass, definitely the bass is there. In fact, even in the default mode, that neutral, the bass is slightly elevated, so you do have ample bass on this one. That way I would say the bass is done very well. The mid-tones are produced good, I would say. It's very, very soothing, but could have been slightly better. But again, it's very, very soothing. The thing is that you can just listen to this hours and hours and hours together, and it will not give you that fatiguing thing. So that way it's good. And even I would say now the treble tones, which were a little bit lacking, have improved a little bit. So overall, I would say in terms of sound signature, the sound signature was very, very pleasing to me. I like the sound signature on this one. Could have been improved, yes. But overall, I would say I like the sound signature on this one. And in that balance mode, it worked pretty well. And I would give, just if it's the sound, not the other parameters and all those things, I would give it a rating of 9 out of 10. That way, I feel the sound signature has improved quite a bit. Now, if we talk about the overall rating on this one, considering all the points on this one and the pricing of this one, this is priced at rupees 10,000 in India. I've tested a lot of TWSs, but I haven't tested the Oppo Enco X2, which is for 11,000 or something like that. That's the one that I did not test, so I can't comment on that. But if you take that out of the consideration, overall, if I have to say, overall, for what this is a good product. The ANC definitely improved quite a bit, and also the overall sound signature has improved. And if I have to rate this one, I would rate it 8.25 out of 10. The regular pricing is at 10,000, but I feel in the sales or whatever, if it comes down to about 8.5 or something, this is a pretty decent buy in my frank opinion. So if you have the Nothing Gear 2, what do you feel about the same? Do let me know in the comment section below. Anyways guys, that's it for now. Thanks for watching. This is Ranjit, and I hope to see you in my next video. Take care guys.